Hello everyone, welcome to Chemazon Complete Chemistry. So our today's topic is electrochemistry. So let us first understand what do we mean by electrochemistry. So electrochemistry is a branch of chemistry that deals with the study of interconversion of chemical energy and electrical energy. What does this mean? That in electrochemistry we study the conversion of electrical energy to chemical energy. This process is known as electrolysis. We will be studying further in this chapter. And vice versa, that is chemical energy to electrical energy, that is electrogenesis. What does electrolysis mean? Actually, we supply electricity or electrical energy in a particular non-spontaneous chemical reaction, that is the reaction which does not occur on its own, and because of the electrical energy a chemical reaction takes place. This process is called as electrolysis. Whereas, what do you mean by electrogenesis? That in a chemical reaction, that is, whenever a chemical reaction takes place, some electrical energy is generated, and that's why it is called as electrogenesis. Electro means electricity, genesis means synthesis or formation. So, in electrogenesis, electricity is generated from chemical reaction. So now, before moving further in this chapter, it is very important for us to know why we are studying this chapter or any other chapter for that matter. So let us now understand some of the basic applications of electrochemistry. Then it would be really interesting for us to move further in this chapter. So here in this slide you can see a lot of different applications that we use in our daily life, that is this wristwatch or clock or mobile phones or remote controls of different types, or for example any car or any other vehicle. So what is common in all these things? Okay, so I'll give you a minute to think and then we will see where electrochemistry is useful to us in these applications. So the answer is batteries. So in all our day-to-day life, we use telephones, mobile phones. In mobile phones, we make use of lithium-ion batteries, and in all other remote controls that we have, that is of TV remote or air conditioner or any other remote for that matter, or toys make use of these small cells. All these instruments or electronics make use of batteries. What are batteries? We will study. It is nothing but electrochemistry and electrochemical cells. Let us understand some types of batteries that we use in our everyday life. So these are some of the dry cells. You can see these cells we used in remote controls, these we use in wristwatches and some toys, and these are the type of batteries. So these are called as primary cells. What do you mean by primary cells? So these are the batteries which you can use only for once. After that you can dispose it off. You cannot reuse these type of cells again. Let us understand another second type of cells, that is called as secondary cells. Secondary cells or secondary batteries, what does this mean? There are some types of batteries that we can reuse again and again. For example, here I've shown you a picture of a lead acid accumulator battery. This is used in all the different vehicles, that is car batteries. This is a basic structure of a car battery. We will be studying this in much more detail. And other example of secondary cells, that is reusable cells, is the one which we use in our phones, that is lithium ion battery. Let us see some other applications of electrochemistry. Another application is synthesis of some very important compounds. Here is a diagram of electrolysis of aqueous NaCl solution. What do you mean by aqueous NaCl solution? Aqueous means water. So aqueous NaCl is nothing but sodium chloride, that is normal salt dissolved in water, that is salt solution. When we pass electricity through it, the hydrogen gas and the chlorine gas are the byproducts, and the very important byproduct is this NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide, which is a very important compound. Let us see some more applications. Another application is electro refining. Where do we use this? This electro electrochemistry is used in the electro-refining this process in the extraction of copper. Here you can see in this setup there is impure copper, and by the process of electrolysis or passing electricity, you can see here pure copper is deposited. So this is one of the last steps that we see in the extraction of copper from its ore. Another example is galvanization. What do you mean by galvanization? See, there are many iron articles or materials made up of iron that we use in our day-to-day life. So to prevent corrosion, what we do is, not only iron, for that matter any other material like stainless steel, we coat those material which are prone to corrosion with another material which will prevent the corrosion. Like for example, here we have coated iron or stainless steel with zinc. We will study this process again in much detail. Another very important and most interesting application of electrochemistry is this fuel cells. This is a very beautiful application of electrochemistry where we make use of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, and the byproduct is astonishingly very important, that is nothing but the water. So this is a cell which is environment friendly and does not cause any harm to the environment. So here we come to the end of today's video. In the further videos we will learn many other topics of electrochemistry, like different types of conductors, basic terminologies related to electrochemistry, what are electrolytic cells, what are galvanic cells, different types of galvanic cells. We will solve a lot of numericals and a lot of previous year questions. Thank you so much.